Hello, everyone. Welcome or welcome back to the Venusian Light Tarot. So today we are here to do a channeled message here. This is going to be a specific message for a specific group of people. So if you find this reading randomly, if it pops up, if you feel drawn to the title, to the thumbnail, then it could be for you. I am setting the intention here that I trust that Spirit will deliver this message here today to whoever most needs to hear it, whoever most needs to find it. So just take what resonates, of course, and again, this will be specific for a group of people. So I did channel this during meditation, so I write things down here on this paper, and I'm going to talk about what I picked up on. At the end of the reading, I also will go over some specific details that could kind of give you a clue or a hint, as if this could be for you. So some names and some other details. Okay, so before I jump into the message, I do also want to say that this possibly could be a vice versa reading, or it could be overlapping or mirroring somebody else in your life. So someone who you may have a deep connection to, someone around you. So this either could be for them, or this could be for both of you, or of course it could be for you. So just take it where it applies. So the first thing that I heard here was, or I saw a giraffe, and I was hearing to see from a higher perspective. And they were showing kind of this giraffe looking from a higher perspective, and below was a lot of like dirt and debris, and kind of like dirty dishes they were showing, and just kind of things that were outdated. This definitely feels to be a bit of a complex message that I feel is very subconscious. There's a lot here that is being brought up for somebody to remove a certain block that they have. And they were also showing somebody hitting a brick wall in all four corners. And I was seeing the Four of Pentacles in tarot. And after they showed me that, I heard deep subconscious and pure blue water they were showing. Take on a deeper spiritual perspective. So again, I do feel like this is a message here for someone who's having trouble seeing something in a clear way, or this could just also be a spiritual journey of diving deeper into one's spiritual gifts, into one's subconscious here. But likely there has been something that you haven't been understanding, or that you've had confusion around. So it's almost like there's this call, and I kept hearing also, we are with you. I heard that like 3 times, we are with you. Your guides are with you. And also ancestors are coming through here. Your guides and your ancestors, or for whoever this is for, is really trying to help somebody to take on a deeper spiritual perspective, which would look like clarity and kind of this more pure blue water energy. So whatever has been foggy or confusing, or like has been very unclear, it's been some kind of repetitive cycle for somebody. And this is kind of a bit of like a straightforward message here. I wasn't getting a whole lot of like detail on what exactly this is. So this is just going to find someone, I feel, to give some kind of confirmation or assistance to whatever this is going to resonate personally for you. But they're really helping you here to break free. They're helping someone to break free. And I kept hearing like, you can do this, you can break free. And this is all about being able to take a very difficult or foggy situation, or situation or perspective that one has on life right now, and to take that into a higher perspective, to see kind of the big picture. And I think the underlying or the core kind of intention behind someone's guides and ancestors helping them with this, is to invigorate more joy and color and happiness that can be had once we see something from a bigger and higher perspective. So, and I was also hearing, you will crack the code. And they were showing someone kind of floating up. So it's almost like a bit of an ego death as well, that someone might be going through, where it's like at this particular time, this is kind of being activated on a spiritual level for somebody because they're ready to take something into a deeper level of understanding. So again, if we've been looking at something from like a one-dimensional way, or like a certain, like box with four corners, it's like someone's being called now to see that in a different, like higher dimensional way, or in like a 3D perspective in terms of like that analogy. So I feel like there could be something here about, again, whatever this is going to be, it feels like it's very much in the subconscious or in the mind. So it's going to vary as to what that is. But if we stay in one way of seeing something, it's very difficult to experience spiritual growth and to begin to unravel that situation into a higher understanding. And so that's why they kept saying that we are with you, we're helping you to break free. Because it's kind of like knocking somebody's head on the wall consistently or over and over again, repetitively. And it's like, instead of doing that, if we were to just maybe see it from a different angle, it would open up a whole new, like a different lens to see it through. So I feel like this is the time again on somebody's journey where there's actually quite a bit of like psychic information coming through. Lots of spiritual information, psychic information, maybe in the dream state, maybe in meditation, maybe just things that you are just, beginning to piece together more about certain things that you've had a hard time seeing beyond or understanding. And they were showing someone with like one eye open, and then the other eye had like a blind or like a patch on it. So once again, it's kind of, it takes a level of courage, they were also mentioning, to face this, because it feels like someone does have to face face the demons within, is what they were also saying. So whatever's been stagnant or stuck, or like stale, stagnant water, it's not easy sometimes to acknowledge that we have that, to face the shadow aspect or the demon within the self. But what this is going to do, though, is actually help to, again, invigorate and bring back life into somebody's life, into somebody's situation. So where we were seeing it in kind of black and white, someone's guides are helping them to see it in color, in a way that is maybe going to bring about forgiveness or healing, or just again, like a higher understanding. So yeah, I feel like whoever this is going to resonate with, you have already been receiving a lot of information psychically, or piecing things together, or you will soon have a lot of things come in which are going to help to unravel the story as to how you can break out of a repetitive cycle in your life, okay? And so it's kind of like an Ace of Swords moment as well. They were showing also the light kind of at the end of a long tunnel. And again, I kept hearing, you can do this, we're helping you. So whatever this is going to resonate with, it's like you really want to find clarity. You do really want to crack the code on certain things, or one particular thing that you have been confused about or hitting a brick wall with. So if it's an understanding of a relationship, if it's something even within your own self, like a certain self-destructive or self-sabotaging pattern, or if it's an actual situation around you that you can't seem to kind of break out of a block with, it's like like a brick wall in front of you. This is where I feel, the light at the end of the tunnel is coming into view, or is soon about to come into view. Okay, so that we don't have to stay in the same four corners of that box. And then lastly, before I go into the specifics here, I was being shown like sanding something down to understand it better. So again, it's like maybe we have to, sand something down to take away the surface of it so that we can see it deeper. And I kept seeing like the moon as well. So again, very much about like the subconscious, the inner world, I feel, for the most part, maybe shadow work, maybe just like understanding the psyche more, the motives behind something, whatever this is, the psychology behind something, the spiritual meaning behind something, and we have to sand down the surface layer to get there. If we're only going to operate from the surface layer, again, it's going to be very limiting to what can be understood or learned about the situation. And once we experience that release, it's kind of like it will make somebody feel very relieved, maybe happier, more joyful, not so clogged, kind of. Okay. So as for the specifics here, these do not have to resonate. They are only going to be specific for some people. So if they don't resonate, that's okay. So as I mentioned already, this is definitely someone's guides and ancestors coming in very strongly. So at the time that you find this reading, and if this resonates with you, they are heavily around you. So you may be feeling, more support spiritually. You might be receiving a lot of messages from your guides. You might be feeling some kind of warmth around you, lots of spiritual support. I was getting angels as well. So for whoever you are, you do have a very strong intuition naturally, or it's been really like increasing recently, and you can feel or will feel a lot of spiritual beings around you. I already mentioned as well, this is like a personal blockage or a cycle. So something that is a difficult, confusing time with a lot of mental fog. So this feels like it's in the mental or emotional fog that you have been experiencing about something, or maybe even just in general. Could be about life in general, but I feel like for a lot of you it's something specific. For some, I am getting that you might not be aware of what's going on. So for some of you, if you resonate with this, you might be, maybe you're picking up on something happening within you, or maybe you are, again, receiving a lot of downloads, but maybe you don't really know like why, or, why am I suddenly having all of these insights coming through? And so this would give someone a confirmation as to what it is. It's to help to break this cycle for you. And maybe even like a bit of an ego death here. I was getting something about a language, codes, runes, or alphabet. So maybe some of you work with runes, or this could be something about decoding. So I don't know what that is. If it's that there's an actual tool that you use using some kind of codes, or again, runes or something like that. Or it could be that this is just kind of, again, like a metaphor, but there was something that came through about that. I was also being shown a journal and a pen. So this could be someone who, also like a creative expression here too. I forgot to mention that in the main message here, but some of you here could be an artist, a musician. You could be very highly creative. And this could possibly be like a creative block, or unknowingly it has created a creative block, if that makes sense. Like maybe an emotional block has then become a creative block. So if you've been having trouble creating, if that's specific for you, like if you make music or if you're an artist or whatever you do, if you have been kind of having trouble recently, this could be one of the reasons, is that you're seeing life or the situation in kind of this one-dimensional way. But I also feel too that some of you may benefit here from journaling, or you have done something recently to journal, to maybe you feel called to pick up, a journal and a pen and just kind of write things down, or that could be very healing for you. Specifically, somebody who could be a musician kept coming up. So that may be for someone specifically. Also something about salt bath. You may be taking a lot of salt baths recently, or this is again more like of an advice reading, I feel. Taking a salt bath, working with salt, protecting your energy with salt scrubs, things like that could be very healing. Also, this could be for you if you've had a lot of memories come up recently. So maybe like a lot of nostalgia, or you've had a certain memories of your life with this particular situation that this resonates with, or even just random memories from childhood or from the past. Again, you may not fully understand, like, why am I suddenly having this come up? But it's a subconscious release. It's a subconscious process. Also, I was getting something here about news on the way. So there could be news coming in. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but there could be some kind of news on the way that's going to tie into this here. I was also getting, yeah, something about one eye, and then one eye had a patch. So there could be something about like a pirate, also Odin. I also was getting Libra energy. So if you are Libra, this could also be for you if you resonate with this. I was getting the name Aubrey and also B names that start with B. Yeah, so I'll just roll the astrological dice, but I think that's it for the message here. So let's just roll the dice and see if there's anything specific that may come up that could confirm if this is for you. So yeah, they want to say before we go though to really take time to process a lot of intuitive information coming through. So again, if you take some time to maybe just journal or use divination, if that's what you prefer to use, or just in meditation, something about like decoding the deeper layers of something right now. It's a really good time to do that, because this is an activation that is leading the way for all of this, because your guides, your spirit team, again, who are heavily around you, are aware that you are ready to transcend this certain block and to begin to experience a different view of kind of reality and of the situation. So let's see, what possible zodiac signs could this resonate with? We have Aries, Gemini, Scorpio, Capricorn, and Gemini again. So double Gemini. Let's get one more. And Capricorn again. So Gemini, Capricorn are the strongest, and I was also getting Libra before. Yeah, and they want to say one more time that we are with you. So if you feel alone, they also want to say that if you feel like you're confused maybe about this in any kind of way, or if you feel like this resonates with you but you don't kind of know the details behind it, you can reach out to your spirit team, because they are with you, especially right now. So they're trying to help you with this. So I will leave it here. I really hope this could find whoever it's meant for. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below. Let me know if this resonates with you, and I will talk to you all in the next reading. Take care and lots of love.